files are super important for the woodsman, and it's super important we understand how to use these properly. One thing though a lot of people overlook is that files also need maintenance, just the same as our tools need maintenance. So we maintain our tools with files if needed, but then how do we maintain our files to get the most out of them? Well, if you buy a file, you really need a file card. And you might be thinking, well, what's a file card? Well, a file card is basically just a brush with very small, it's almost like a wire brush, small wires coming out of it. And the reason we use this is because when you use a file, you're removing material, of course. It's common sense. You're removing metal. But what people seem to forget is that metal is going to fill in. There's just small cuts. That's all a file is they're just grooves cut into metal with sharp edges. So after a while, those grooves start to fill up. Normally what happens is when people are filing things, those grooves start to fill in, and it seems like it's not working as well, so they start to push harder and they start to push harder, and it starts to destroy your file. So every so often, probably more often than you think, you need to stop what you're doing, take your file card and scrape out all those grooves. It's very simple. It only takes a minute or two. It's not an overly complex system. Scrape it out, it'll clean out those grooves and go back to filing. You're going to feel that your file is going to go back to cutting like it was originally cutting into that metal. So that's one thing that you need to keep in mind, is a file needs a file card. So you can still purchase these. These aren't anything vintage that they don't make anymore. You go to Home Depot, Lowe's, they're in with the files. Buy one, keep it with your files, and you'll always be good to go. This was Dan Walwack of Cold Cracker Bushcraft. Check us out at coldcrackerbushcraft.com, and until the next video, stay in the woods, guys.